what's up? This is KRS-One.
What's going on? It's LL Cool J.
What's up, y'all? This is Doug E. Fresh, and you're listening to the Wendy Williams Experience. Aight?
Wait a minute. Can I put some corn silk on my nose? Can I just my lipstick? It's funny, I didn't do all this when I was single. You know what I'm saying? Guests come in the studio. I didn't care. All right, everybody. It's the Wendy Williams Experience. And by the way, thank you, Mel, and thank you, everybody, for letting me know that Justin's, where the Bobby Brown stabbing happened, was Justin's in Atlanta. And you were late also, Art, so don't try to act like you knew. Let's see Carrie Kelly. Let's just change the whole mood of the room. I'm looking. I don't know if I see it. I'm staring at you. Something awful. Here, sit down. Art just pressed that he doesn't see that you look like... Are you really Robert Kelly's brother? Here, pull up your microphone.
Ma'am.
Can you sing?
No, I can't sing a lick.
Say, I believe I could fly.
No, I ain't finna do that. I can't sing a lick.
There's the country part, though.
I can't hold a note to carry across the street.
Is Carrie...
I can rap, though.
Yeah, I understand. So your name is Killer Cal.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, that's how I'm going to address you.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
I don't mind at all.
It's very nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you, too.
Your feet are huge. What size shoe do you wear?
13.
Jeez Louise. Are your feet bigger than Robert's?
Yeah. We're 12s.
Mm-hmm. Now, some people, Carrie Kelly, Killer Kel, would say that the reason that you're coming on the show today is because BET is doing a whole thing on your big brother tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And that thing includes girls. What is BET doing tonight?
Isn't it access
Trap
to
video.
Trapped in the Closet?
The Trapped in the Closet video.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow you're trying to throw dirt on his name. I really don't.
Not at all.
This interview was already planned before then. Who are those people in the other room?
My peeps.
Okay. All right. How you all doing? Who's the one in the middle with the suit on? Is that an attorney?
Lavelle.
Who's that?
That's Lavelle. That's the guy that's working with my music with me.
Oh, hi, Lavelle. How are you? Okay. Now, when looking over your paperwork, Killer Cal, I see you did a body double for your big brother Robert in Your Body's Calling, and you remind me of my Jeep, and things kind of turned, in my opinion, a little ugly when this whole child molestation thing came into play, and people were trying to say it was you. I saw the video.
Right.
It was not you in the video.
Thank you. Yeah.
Art, you saw the video.
I still watch it to this day.
Excuse me?
I liked it.
Hey, what?
The nice technique.
That was a one-time look. I did it for journalistic purposes.
Right.
And then I cried, and I was very upset. I believe your brother's guilty of sin.
Yeah, well, I believe that everybody got an opinion, and, and the things that I've been through as far as being accused and everything is like, all the guilt is pointing in that direction, to me, from my opinion.
That he's guilty.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, let me just say, what he's talking about, all the guilt being pointed, in Chicago, where the Kelly boys are from, Killer Kel, who's here in the studio with me, otherwise known as Carrie Kelly, his picture was run on the news as being the person in the video, and then they tried to build, your brother's team tried to build upon that story.
Right. That's correct.
At that point, there'd be a serious division in the brotherhood.
Right.
It's like, Duke, even if you didn't do it, why are you trying to pin this on me?
Right. That's true. I mean, I felt like he never came forward, even though his attorney said it, and...
Said what?
His attorney said that it was me in the videotape. That was their argument, and I felt like since he never came forth and argued about that, because him being who he is, and people listen to him, he never came forth and said, hey, what y'all hearing is not true. It was a misunderstanding.
I am not a child molester, but it definitely wasn't my brother in that video.
Exactly.
But then again, you could have probably seen this type of behavior coming down the pike. At one point, you were employed by your brother making $250 a week. When you got fired from that job or you quit, he paid the next man $2,500 a week to do the same job.
Exactly.
Tell the good people listening what job that was and what your responsibilities were.
Well, I actually, had like 3 jobs. I was doing security for him. That was from the heart. I wasn't looking to, to charge him for that because I felt like while we out there on the road, anything could happen. The way we was raised to stick together. So I wasn't charging them for that. That was from the heart. But I performed. I did like 6 songs on tour with him.
The rap licks while he did the singing.
Right. Mm-hmm. We had a gimmick. The gimmick was, when the curtains open, did nobody know who was who because we had the same outfit on. We was both bald-headed with the same dark shades. And that was the gimmick. And didn't nobody know who was who until he started singing. And I started rapping. Yeah. And a lot of people loved it. So, I did like 6 songs a night. 6 songs a night. Sometimes we did 2 shows. I did 2 shows. And it wasn't enough money. It ain't that I was asking to get paid more because I was your brother. I was just asking to get paid what I was worth.
Right.
That's all.
Now, at the time, did your brother have the money? Was this so far back that he was just branched off from public announcement? Yeah, it's
basically, yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah, but anybody else, what I'm saying, they still got paid $2,500.
But your brother. All right, let's put our opinions about him with the young girls aside, and talk about the people. When your brother touches a Fat Joe song, it's a hit. When your brother just touches, it becomes a hit. It's catchy.
Right.
Why couldn't he touch your life and put you on Killer Kells?
That was just a decision that he really chose not to do because when I went on tour, I started getting noticed by different people. And
what kind of people?
I got noticed by Scarface. I've said and talked to Scarface. I've met Warren G. I talked to a lot of people in the industry, and my brother whole thing was I got him. I'm finna put them on.
Okay, and I have no problem with that.
Off naturally.
I have no problem with that, but when's it going down? Are you and Sparkle cool?
I met Sparkle maybe once or twice or whatever, but we never had no personal relationship.
Because they say allegedly that was Sparkle's niece, one of those girls in the video. But Sparkle allegedly has been paid handsomely to lay in the cut and shop all day. So that's why we haven't heard anything from her. Do you know anything about what I just said?
No knowledge of that at all.
Okay, that's all alleged. Okay. Did you know Aaliyah when he was with Aaliyah?
Yes, I met Aaliyah. Beautiful person.
Yeah. You think your brother has a problem with young girls? In your opinion?
In my opinion, from the things that I've seen over the years, and a lot of people may, they may sit and they may say, okay, he player hating, okay, he's not, he's not feeling how we feeling, but I'm knowing him from a personal level.
Yeah.
And on on a different perspective, I'm, on the outside, I'm on the inside, while they on the outside looking in.
That's right.
And I know for sure that he has a problem. He have a problem. A control problem. It's not just with little girls. It's just any situation that he can't control.
I see this.
Any situation he can't control,
I see.
He got to conquer it.
Yeah.
Some type of way.
And sometimes the easiest way to conquer stuff is if you're either older, richer, in some sort of authority.
Right.
Whether it's with girls, whether it's business or whatever.
Right.
Perhaps he didn't want you as a rapper. I'm just going on the basis of that your skills are up. Although we're about to, ask you for that 16.
Oh!
You know what I'm saying? Get Killer Kells some headphones. But in the meantime, it was my understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong, are you from the same mothers?
Yes, ma'am.
And the same fathers?
No.
Different fathers?
Mm-hmm.
Your mother was buried with a $500 tombstone?
Yes, ma'am.
Shut up!
Yes, ma'am. These are records that can be pulled up. And like I said, opinions.
A $500 tombstone?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And she passed in 93, and she still got the same tombstone.
$500 tombstone.
For all those listeners out there that doubt me, this, like I say, these are records. Everything that I have to say can be pulled up by records. Just records. If that was your mom, I want you to put yourself in my shoes, and that was your mom, and he made all these millions of dollars off these songs that he's touching people's hearts about his mama gone.
You zhuzh up the tombstone as your money gets zhuzhed up.
That's real.
Have you ever seen your Big Brother technique on young girls?
I've seen him talk to him. I never was present, when he allegedly, touched with him or whatever.
No,
I can't speak on that. But
right.
I've seen him talk to him. I would see it. Sometimes he would ask me and a couple of guys out the group to go get this girl number, and I would tell him, man, she don't look of age.
Right.
Or you player hating me. So he'll get somebody else, and that's the whole problem, that he's in the situation that he's in right now, because he got yes sirs around.
Yes, sir.
Got yes sirs.
How old are you?
34.
And how old is Kels?
38.
Wow, man. So you no longer live in Chicago. If you're just turning on your radio, we're talking to Carrie Kelly, R.Kelly's younger brother, who happens to go by the stage name Killer Kells. You've now moved from Chicago. You live in Cleveland. From what I understand, out of your truck?
No, I was in Chicago.
Okay.
Staying in abandoned buildings because I didn't have nowhere to go. And
what?
I ended up talking to my partner, Lavelle, and I let him know the situation. And he was highly mad at me because I'm the type of person I don't hardly call on people. You know, and I just deal with my problems and my situations on my own. And I ended up calling him, and I let him know the situation. So he told me to come to Ohio. So we've been in Ohio recording, working on this album called Gag Order. And it's basically the reason we named the Gag Order is because they tried to gag me and shut me up because they don't want me to put the truth out there. So I'm, that's where I'm at right now in Ohio.
You won't believe what I saw. My big brother doing drugs, and one's molesting kids and blaming me just because. That's what you growl on your forthcoming CD, Gag Order. I'm coming for your blood. You let the media drag our family's name through the mud. Where's your father?
Haven't seen him since I was 5.
What about R. Kelly's father? Because I always hear mother, mother, mother.
Well, she was basically, our mom was our mother and our father.
Okay.
We never seen him either.
Was it just the two of you boys raised there?
3 boys. It's me, Bruce, and Robert.
And how old is Bruce?
Bruce is 41, I believe.
Is Bruce in Robert's camp?
In and out. Bruce just basically get in where he can fit in, and I'm the outcast of the family because I respect people and I treat people with respect and I demand mine. I'm not gonna kiss nobody, but you know what I'm saying. So Bruce is where he's at because he's out there and he's on the substance. So
wow. So I want to ask you about Robert and whether he's tried to help clean Bruce up. I want to have you do your 16 bars, no cursing. Don't try to curse to get an easy out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we're on the radio, and then we have to turn off the mics. Don't try to be slick. But we have 30 seconds on this break, so we're going to go into a break. And when we come back, I want to talk more with Carrie Kelly. The fax machine is open, everybody. 866-WENDY-FAX. 866-WENDY-FAX. Fax in. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know if you have any questions. I certainly do have more from my perspective. But in advance, I want to thank you for coming in today. And we'll be back.
Wendy, man.
Ex-boyfriend, he wants to fight me.
How old is everybody?
I'm 43. She's 38. And he's 40.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Everybody's winning their share of $100,000 cash.
You're calling her for 10. Congratulations. Oh my God, you're kidding, right? No.
From the only station with the $100,000 cash guarantee.
107.5 WBLS.
I am like gagging over Carrie Kelly. And when he comes back, I'm going to ask him more about, first of all, the marriage to Aaliyah. Like how we all know that's true. The marriage license has been circulating around for years. But, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Was Kelly, doing the do, and then all of a sudden somebody found out about it, like her parents, and he was forced to, like how did that all come about? And Man, I got more questions for him, and then get ready. Give him like that MOP. Whoa.
Yeah,
like whoa. Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. And we'll get him to do his 16 bars. Man. What am I talking about? LA weight loss? Again. That's what the Bronx is saying. She always be talking about LA weight loss. Well, I lost 15 pounds on LA weight loss, and they happen to be big sponsors on this radio program. So that's why I talk about them. I do what they call live reads in the biz. LA weight loss is fabulous. Let me take you through what it's all about. First of all, they specialize in the one-on-one counseling. You'll visit the LA Weight Loss Center, 2-3 times a week, depending on what you need for motivation, guidance, knowledge, and encouragement. If you don't visit, then call. But you got to go at least once a week where they can formally weigh you and give you that go boy or go girl. So therefore, it's important that you find an LA weight loss location convenient to your work or your job. I mean, your play or whatever it is that you do, your jump off's house or whatever. During your visits, you'll be weighed. They're going to review with you your little food diary, which is not difficult at all. As a matter of fact, have you ever taken a food diary? Oh my gosh, it's the most cathartic thing because it actually explains to you what a fat ass, what kind of eating habits actually put you in the position you're in. You know what I'm saying? They also calculate your total weight loss and your average loss of pounds weekly. Did I say to you that it's not unusual to lose like 5 to 7 pounds in the first week? Okay, well, it's not. No appointment is necessary. You don't have to make an appointment and then you can't honor the appointment. You feel bad, so you don't want to call back and say, oh, I'm sorry, I'm missing my appointment. It's Wendy Hunter. No, you don't. You just pop in the door. They're going to assess your personal eating profile, your behaviors, your relationships with food. This is where the one-on-one counseling comes in. It's fabulous. It's like a shrink for your waistline. And they'll answer any questions that you have and constantly keep you motivated. Fabulous. There are 3 things that LA Weight Loss does for you. They help you lose the weight. Then they help you to stabilize the weight that you lost during your transition period into the real world. Then you're on maintenance. Maintenance, you stay on for a moment, and then you're ready to start in your new life. I'm in my new life. Through the things that I've learned on LA Weight Loss, I'm never going back. They've been in business for 15 years, and they've helped millions of people lose weight. LA Weight Loss, it's not a quick fix. Their program is designed to provide healthy, safe, lasting weight loss. Doctors recommend patients to LA Weight Loss all over the country. The only thing that is missing is the telephone number here. 1-800-448-TRIM. You can eat at restaurants. You shop real food at real grocery stores. And the weight loss program is compatible with some of your favorite food on the go, like Wendy's, like McDonald's, like Chi-Chi's, like Chili's, KFC, Pizza Hut, Red Robin, Red Lobster. And how about some of the favorite stuff that you see in the grocer's freezer? Lean cuisine. That's compatible with LA Weight Loss. Don't you just love the lean cuisine entrees? Oh, mi amor. Have you ever eaten Bird's Eyes Voila? Oh, they're good. They got chicken Alfredo, pesto chicken primavera, 3 cheese chicken. Do you like the budget gourmet versus the lean cuisine? Budget gourmet, you can eat budget gourmet on LA Weight Loss. All I'm saying is call 1-800-448-TRIM. You're not going to spend another summer looking like that, are you? What? Really? 1-800-448-TRIM, 1-800-448-TRIM. It's LA Weight Loss. We want to thank all the mothers that came to our Mother's Day boat cruise, but now we're doing something for the daddies. It's your turn, daddies. You can join WBLS for our first cruise of the summer. It's the Father's Day Casino Cruise hosted by Vaughn Harper. It's going to be on Saturday, June 18th, and you can get your tickets at Ticketmaster. It's sponsored by Foxwood Resort and Casino. It's closer to New York than you think Foxwood is. So if there is a good man in your life that you call daddy, you might want to just, you can listen to win. But this is your father. Why don't you just pull out your credit card and call Ticketmaster and usher him on this cruise. You'll have the best time. The drinks, the food, the living legend that is Vaughn Harper. Shut up. Exactly. Okay, we could save the rest of this for the next local break. In the meantime, oh gosh, we have to get more commercials in, a couple of songs, and then more with the Kells next on 107.5 WVLS.
Hey, this is Jenna Jameson. How you doing? A toe is a toe. Now back to the Wendy Williams experience. I don't know what I'm talking about, but it's all good, right? A toe is a toe. What does that mean? Now I'm going to be saying that later.
Okay. It's the Wendy Williams experience on the radio. We are entertaining Carrie Kelly. I'm saying it right. Carrie, right?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Carrie Kelly. Everybody. Hey, how do you and Robert have different fathers but the same last names? Was Kelly your mom's last name?
Yes.
And neither of your fathers were worth a nickel, so then she just named you all Kelly.
Right.
I understand. Now, tell me about, I heard that when you all's mother was diagnosed with cancer in the hospital, at that point, Robert was getting 12 play money.
That's correct. That's correct.
But she was in a hospital, for lack of a better description, a ghetto hospital.
Right. A ghetto hospital where, I mean, they take all the gang members there when they get shot, you know. It was, you know, they didn't have a good doctor staff there. I mean, you know, and they would always refer you to another hospital like that's on the other side of town where when you go there, they take care of you well. But it just costed more money. It costed a little. It costed.
So
more
was
money.
it the not wanting to give money for a better hospital, or was it his lack of time because he was so busy being R.Kelly?
It wasn't the lack of time. It was just, you know, not wanting to give what my mama was worth, because my mama drove a used car when, you know, she drove a used car and he rented her apartment, you know what I'm saying, when he was out. So it's like, you know, to me, that's your mom. If it wasn't for that lady, would nobody know us? Tell me about the video that landed in your possession, because he taped over one of your movies allegedly having sex with 12-year-old girls who addressed the camera. Tell about that. Well, what happened was we had went to the mall and we seen these girls or whatever, and they wanted all flat and narrow. Yeah, they wanted an autograph, and so he gave them an autograph and he gave them their number. So later on in the night, you know, he told us to leave the place that he had rented. It was a big mansion in Florida. Okay. And we like, leave, where we gonna go? Right. We don't know this place. You know, just be gone for 3 hours, we get lost. So me and him kind of got into it over that. But to make a long story short, what happened was, the reason why it was 2 tapes, because on the way to Florida, we stopped at a truck stop, and he bought this movie, Stephen King, Sometime They Come Back Again, a horror flick. So me and my brother Bruce asked him, could we watch it with him? He told us, no, go get your own. You know, selfishness. So me and Bruce put our little $5 together and we bought it. Yeah, so now it's big brother, Bruce. Right. Now it's 2 tapes. And this is one of the tapes that he taped over. So when me and him got into it about sending us away, you know, because I just speak my mind. Right. You know, we got into it about him sending us away. He sent me home. You know, and but you and Bruce knew at that point that your brother allegedly has a problem with young girls. Yes. And you were trying to keep it contained within the family. Within the family. I would imagine that there were no henchmen that actually knew as much about this problem as you and your brother. Right. At that particular point. At that particular point. I mean, some people kind of figured that, you know, that he, you know, dealt with or like little girls or whatever. But, you know, like I say, you know, I was brought up where, you know, loyalty is everything, you know. And when my kids started getting teased at school, I had a 15-year-old daughter that got stumped by 15 girls. I made police reports, the whole 9. She got stumped up under the table because she was just defending her father, saying that wasn't my daddy in the videotape. That's it. And the girl stumped her because a lot of people, their mind is poisoned because when they look at his music... Well, you should have seen the faxes that we were getting. They're calling you an ass, saying, why don't you use your time here to promote your own career as opposed to bash your brother? Right. But listen, so
So tell me what you saw on this tape with these 12-year-old girls. Why do we say that they're 12?
Well, because he asked them.
He's asking questions.
It's like he was interviewing them on these tapes, And my main thing is, everybody got opinions, and I don't really trip off that. The main thing is I know that, that it's about me putting the truth out there because enough is enough, and my kids, which is not the people that's listening, they kids, if they was in my shoes, they'd be probably saying the same thing that I'm saying. Feel me?
Yeah.
But they're not. So. Of course, they're going to have their own opinions.
So the girls are on there being interviewed by him, and they're saying their real names and that they're 12 years old, and then the rest of the shenanigans, you see the sex and all like that.
Right.
What is what is your sister-in-law saying at this particular point? Are they silently divorced?
I didn't hear you.
Is your sister-in-law, are they silently divorced at this point?
I really, truly don't know.
When's the last time you saw your sister-in-law?
Years ago.
Yeah. Did she start out being a young one too?
She started out being a dancer. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think she was of age.
Yeah.
But she started out being a dancer.
Is your brother illiterate?
To some degree.
Tell me, what does that mean?
I mean, it's like basically, he can't really read.
Pictures on the menu.
He can't really write. Can't really comprehend what you're saying in a sentence, but he is a genius at what he do.
Yeah, he is.
An
idiot savant, right? That's what they call it. Tell me about his marriage to Aaliyah. So he meets her, and she was clearly underage. Why did they get married? Who pushed them to get married, or if anybody did?
Basically, when I was shocked like everybody else. I wasn't really around during that era like that, because when I looked up, it was on the news, and I was watching it just like everybody else, and I was blew away too. So I really don't have that much information on that whole situation right there.
Yeah,
because it was a shock to me too.
You think your brother's going to do jail time, or do you think he's going to get off?
Well, right now, my opinion is this: what's done in the dark shall come to the light. And me, you, anybody, everybody on this earth got to pay for what they done. Even if he don't do jail time, he still got to pay for what he done.
Look, I understand that we only have a minute left on this break. I'm going to ask all the affiliates to give me 2 minutes because Cal's got his headphones on, and I would like to hear how Killer Cal puts it down. So now you give me some of that nasty, straight from the Ville MOP. There you go. All right, you got that, Cal? Here, turn it up right under there, Killer. Killer.
Let's see.
Killer Cal's what? There you go.
Check it.
Okay.
Check it. See, off the top of the dome. I'm still ghetto from the gutter up. I still roll down my old block yelling out, Trick, what the hell is up? I still floss my old Chevy. I don't floss a truck. Spitting game and a trick gear real fast, leave her mind stuck. You know what I'm saying? It's just off the top of the dome. I
warned you about it last break. That's where you were supposed to be in there digging up your best stuff. You's on front stage now.
It's basically off the top of the dome. I really didn't want to spit nothing that I'm working on as far as my album and stuff.
Your album's called Gag Order. When's that going to be out?
Basically, right now we putting everything together as far as trying to get out there and promote. We finishing up mixing and mastering and recording.
Now, real quick, Judge Mathis. Were you the brother, R.Kelly brother on Judge Mathis?
Yeah.
Being sued by an ex-girlfriend 2 years ago, or something like that. Or what was that Judge Mathis episode about?
It was being sued by a belly dancer.
What is a belly dancer?
I don't know.
Is that a stripper?
I mean, we thought she was gonna strip. You know what I'm saying? So she was a belly dancer.
She brought you into court because why? Because you didn't pay her?
She brought me into court because we was giving her tips, you know what I'm saying? Because she never, we expected her to strip for us.
Yes.
But she never did. She just sat there and, did her belly dancing or whatever. So we felt like she got paid doing her tips, like $600 worth of tips.
Right.
So,
Wow. So interesting. Well, I think I've gotten all I can. Would you come back when your album comes out? I mean, I would really love to hear. I understand, like, when you put a rapper on the spot, some people can freestyle, some people are just, you've dispensed a lot of information today. I can even understand where, I mean, you know what I mean?
Right.
Maybe you're a little choked up.
No, I ain't choked up.
You just choked on your 16 bars. I'm trying to give you an easy out. Kills.
But you know what, though? We can straight up, on the real, we can put something on. If we got time, we can put something on. That's no problem.
Come back when your album comes out.
We'll do.
When's the verdict going to get read?
I have no idea. I'm sitting back lost like everybody else.
My husband just got discharged from the military, but now he's home, and I just want to tell him to get the out.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Let's do it.
If you got it.
This is ludicrous. Let's Mr. A to the Z exhibit. Let's stirring the beat.
If you got it, you got it, you got it.
You want it. What's your name?
Wendy Williams. The Wendy Williams Experience.
Wendy's got the heat. Wendy's got the heat. The heat. The heat. The heat. The heat.
Mr. Engineer, please, some music. Would you give us a record, por favor?
Hey, everybody. It's the Wendy Williams Experience, and I think we're alone now. Doesn't seem to be anyone around. So, Killer Kells is gone. He did choke on the freestyle. And I warned him the break before that we were going to be doing the freestyle. I was kind of disappointed in that. Made me question the entire, schematics of it. But he's going to, we can listen to a little something from his CD, between me and you. The CD's supposed to be coming out sometime in July. And I was asking him in the other room because, first of all, he told me that he was molested by his sister, not R.Kelly's sister, but I guess that would be sister from another mother, when he was 6 years old, this Carrie Kelly. No, he didn't say anything about Robert being molested. But he did say that he tried to call Snoop a couple days ago. And while he got through to the camp, he didn't get the number from a credible source where he could just drop the name and say, this is, Carrie Kelly. Diz gave me the number. Oh, Diz. Oh, Carrie, you're fam. You're good people. Oh, one of the Kelly brothers. Instead, he was basically just kind of turned at the door. But I was like, Snoop's too political. Nobody's going to collabo. Like, from a business standpoint, who would collaborate with Carrie Kelly at the risk of having R. Kelly never touch a track for you again? And we all know if you're able to separate the man from the music, that he's a genius, and nobody wants to burn that bridge. So I said, okay, well, have you even attempted to approach major labels as opposed to putting it out independently? And he said, well, you got to know people. Which, I was thinking, well, even if you know people. And the first thing R. Kelly says is, okay, say he gets signed to Interscope. All right, now I'm not collaborating with anybody on Interscope. And for the time being, these times right now in which we live, anything R. Kelly touches is a surefire hit with a bullet. You know what I'm saying? So nobody's going to risk that. Whether R. Kelly is right or wrong. And the majority, and I mean 98% of everybody, just for the record, you all listening, who faxed in and called in behind the scenes, hated him being in here bashing his brother. But, like we were talking about behind the scenes, it's because first, people aren't separating the man from the music. But the other part, we're a cynical bunch here at The Experience. It's not just me. And it's not like I try to put my beliefs off on Hollywood or art or the interns or anything like that. But I think we have a common agreement in this room. Miraculously, the one thing that we do agree on is that this has been going on. Older men and young girls, 10, 9, 5, 12, for so long that we accepted as status quo. And that's why 98% of the people, look, hated it, get the Negro off the show. Why he bashing Robert? Why don't he use this time to promote his CD? You know why? Because girls get touched up. And it's the biggest problem in this country. It's bigger than drugs. It's bigger than the open borders. It's bigger than terrorism. From black to white to Spanish, everybody in between. The biggest problem in this country, in my opinion, is the taking of innocence sexually of young girls. And now it's spilled over to boys because of, I guess, young girls are boring to some older men. But the taking of young girls' innocence is a huge problem nobody wants to talk about. So therefore, people rather say, get him out, whatever. Why are you bashing Wendy? Why are you helping him? Because I know what I saw in the video. And I didn't see no Carrie Kelly. I know what I saw. At jail time or not, I know what the hell I saw. Church?
Exactly. I saw the video. Me too.
Remember this scene right here? How about the one where she was laying in the lounge chair and said it was trickling down her flat little chest and trickling down her pubescent nether region? What?
Oh, sorry.
You better get on the correct buttons. And that's his MO, to sit back and interview. Remember, he had the camera and she was standing on that little makeshift stage and he had the camera sitting back like this. Dancing off NSYNC, exactly. Talking about. Yeah, and still, who's waiting for the next installment of In the Closet? Lordy, lordy, lordy. Church?
Amen.
Well, that man can sing. Oh, he puts it down in the studio.
That girl sure could dance.
All right, let's shift gears. Who's watching American Idol tonight? Nobody in this whole room?
I won't watch it. So wacky. What about the girls in the room? You're not watching it either?
Oh. Kristen, you're not watching American Idol? Oh my God.
It's not down no more. Exactly.
Did you guys watch last night?
Pieces of it. Brittany was on, right? Or was it?
First of all, I'm finished with the Federlines. I didn't say that earlier. All right, okay. So the Federline show I'm officially out. I was watching the Donald Trump movie last night. I thought it was what it was. I thought it was great. Marcus Houston, they rushed the video over here. Do we have the new Marcus Houston video? They're not playing it on BET.
She's sending it to my email now.
It's all nasty and he's getting naked. Marcus Houston, friend to the show, and his new CD is in stores now. Who's watching the Amber Fry movie tonight? I have to go to the Laugh Factory. Are you watching it? Finished with the story? Excuse me. Well, getting back to the issue at hand. So Beyonce saw a $2.2 million payday. She performed at a bar mitzvah. Well, I don't know that it was in England, but it is a tycoon named Philip Green. And the gift to his boy Brandon was Beyonce. Yes, he's a British businessman. He's got a department store empire worth $6 billion, and he shelled out $9.2 million for his 13-year-old son's Brandon's coming-of-age party last month. The party was held at a fabulous ritzy hotel on the French Riviera. Philip's parties are the biggest and the best, say close friends to him. The surprises were nonstop for those lucky enough to be there. It's amazing, even by the standards of, his usual parties. This one was quite exceptional. 200 guests, including Prince Albert of Monaco and Simon Cowell. And they were all entertained by Beyonce. Oh. And her sister and that other troll. I shouldn't say other troll. Kelly, who I love, Kelly. Kelly, I'm sorry that sometimes I get you mixed up when I'm trying to really throw a dart at Michelle. Beyonce, Kelly, and that other one. They all three for $2.2 million. But even though that's a huge payday, and even though it's great, does that somehow cheapen the brand that is Beyonce? Only me and Bianca agree. We went to school in Boston. So, enough said. I went to Ghetto and you, though, and she went to BC. But the point is that I think it cheapens the brand. I think that Beyonce can get $2.2 million doing other things, and it's not money that she really needs. I understand that stars put themselves out there to be, to entertain people, but there's a certain point in starosity that you don't do. You know what I'm saying? You can't hire me to come to your backyard barber damn Q. Art, what do you say?
I'm trying to put this Marcus Houston video for you.
All right, well, then just stick with the topic.
Okay.
Do you think that performing for $2.2 million at a bar mitzvah for 200 people cheapens the brand that is Beyonce?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
For $2.2 million, though.
Yeah, but she don't need that.
That's what I'm saying. Arthur went to the Wharton School of Business.
Shoot, Jay-Z can hook her up with that, you know?
All I'm saying is that cheapens the brand. But you know what? That's what happens when your manager doesn't have your best interest at heart. She already fired her daddy over the weekend. Did she fire her daddy since the last time we talked? Say, I don't know, Beyonce. I say you let him do what he needs to do with the background dancer, but you keep him on, because Matthew Knowles wouldn't have had you dancing for chicken for no white people at a barbecue.
If it was a family friend, it's one thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Even then, no. I'm not going to perform. I'll be there and I'll bring a fabulous gift. Who wrote this? This is not your Scribble Scrabble.
No, who's Scribble?
My Scribble Scrabble.
Very good, Bianca. Bianca just passed me a note through Arthur. Is that the pecking order? You told them not to pass me anything directly?
I know, but they just happen to give me the notes.
No, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Jessica Simpson, Bianca says, turned down the opportunity like that, and so Justin Timberlake did it instead?
Yeah.
Whores.
She thought she was too good for it, so they hired him instead.
I think Jessica Simpson's too good for it, and she is no Beyonce.
No.
And Timberlake picked it up? Whore. I mean, in the meantime, Kevin Federline is just spending money. He just picked up a new $250,000 set of wheels. A Ferrari, of course. He bought it with some of the reported $3 million they got for their new UPN reality series that I'm not watching anymore. It's silver, and it's a two-seater. It's a Ferrari 360 Spider.
Damn.
Spending money like a Negro.
If you gotta spend it, you can't take it with you.
No, you can certainly leave it for all them damn kids that you're producing. Well... Can I tell you another way, Mr. PWT, RWT, spent money? Well, apparently he called up his family. You know, Bobo and Dem still living in the trailer park? He had more than 20 of his relatives come to Vegas for his father, Mike's 50th birthday party. He put his family up in $10,000 per night suites at the Palm Casino. And he's also buying his parents a home for $4.6 million in Fresno, California. Who is this? Do you hear my stomach rumbling over the radio?
No. I was wondering if you heard mine.
Gosh, I have 10 more minutes, then I can eat that mess, that slop that I call... It's actually not so bad.
No, it's not either.
I would just love to be able to put some ham hock in there.
Ooh.
Because it looks like split pea soup. But, it's just missing that, some hot links or something from Murray's. It's missing something in it. That's okay. Her parents cheapen her. Whose parents? Beyonce's? No, they don't. Apparently, they help her uphold the standard. Jay-Z, how are you going to have your girl performing for $2.2 million? Why don't you just break her off something so she can keep her dignity? I don't like that. I don't like that.
What if it was for a prince of another country?
Is it a Princess Trust concert raising money for?
No.
Because, see, that's what I'm saying.
The prince's son, but he's the richest man over there. Richest man in the world.
No. You know what? No. Your money can't buy me.
Ooh.
No. I'll just get another Revlon commercial or something. I can make that money any day.
I want to fuck dirty to you, watch you eat each other, like feed off your face, get another woman up, hire a hooker, get some coke. Just do it.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Another WBLS $1,000 winner.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi!
Hi.
You're calling over 10.
You're kidding?
No, sir.
Oh, great.
Isn't that great?
Yes, it is.
You picked up $1,000.
Oh, wonderful.
A sophisticated woman like you. What's your name?
Dawn.
Where are you calling from, Dawn?
Queens.
Yeah, you at work now?
No, I'm at home now.
Oh, good for you. Well, congratulations. You're $1,000 richer.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, we've got $100,000 and we're spreading the love. So there's your portion of the love.
Oh, well, I'm so glad to receive it. I've been trying hard for it ever since y'all started the contest.
Well, terrific. I'm glad. And we made it easy for you to call in, right? You knew exactly what time.
Yes, I did.
Good for you, Dawn. Well, congratulations, everybody else. If you want to be a winner like Dawn, you want that $1,000. Well, tomorrow morning at 7:20, make sure that you're listening to the WBLS Morning Show. Hey, Dawn.
All right, yep. WBLS, the place to be.
Yo, what's up, party people? Yo, this is Ghostface.
What's really hood besides me, your girl Remy Martin?
You know who it is? Your boy, Jada Kiss. And you listening to the Wendy Williams Experience. What's up, ma?
Welcome to the Wendy Williams Experience. We back. Oh, boy. It's the boy life of the party. Wendy's on the way back. She's cutting some commercials. I have an advice column called Dear Artie at hushadultmagazine.com. If you want to, email me your problems about your sexual issues, it's Dear Artie at hushadultmag.com. Hushadultmag.com. Send me all your sexual problems, and the Toe is the Toe King will answer them. Okay? All right. Trev Hollywood, how you doing? You did great on the Best Stuff shows, my friend.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
You did real good. I mean, it was hot, and I was out doing my thing, and I listened to the show, and you are the king of production, nigga. You are that bull. You are that bull. Taryn, Queen of the Interns.
Yeah.
You did your thing.
I did. Thank you.
You're doing Big Thing Star.
Hey.
You are doing your thing, baby. How you doing? Bianca is now entering law school. She's doing her thing. Yeah. All right. We have Kristen, and I'm sorry, what's your name, child? Marcia.
Why you call her a child?
I'm sorry. That's
she's this grown woman.
That's Miss Gladys coming out in me. Yes, Shout out to Madison. She doing her thing. Oh, here's Wendy now. Shh.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Wendy, it's 8 o'clock. It's time to go home.
8 o'clock.
We did a whole break without you.
I'm sorry. How come you all didn't knock on the door?
I did.
We don't disturb you.
And he was like,
oh yeah, I was doing production. I try to work a million jobs in one job. It would be a lot easier on me if I could just get to the radio station, say 2 hours before the radio program.
Don't you do that anyway?
And knock out my production.
No, she's here 2 minutes.
Yeah. Or if I could even get here a half hour before. But no, not me. I was doing a radio interview today for my album. So it was for Car Magazine. And I was hoping they weren't going to come around to the question, but they did. He said, so what you pushing? I was like, damn, just by the question, I know he expects me to say something big. I lied. You know what I said I was driving? No, I didn't lie. I told him. I said, my aviator, but I'm zhuzhing it up, I'm going to be at the car show in Atlantic City. He was like, word? You're going to be at the car show? I said, yeah. He said, well, you know what, Wendy, it's not the car that you necessarily drive. It's how you trick it out that makes it yours. He said, I know you got the banging system. You got the ill rims. He said, what color is it? I said, red. He said, sweet, candy apple red. He doesn't know. It's, it's factory red. There are no rims and there is no system. But there's lipstick on the ceiling and crayon on the back seat. And a little ding of yellow from a little cab running I had last week. I got to get that pulled out. Car. Hey, Art, when's the car show? I just know I only have a couple of weeks.
June 25th and 26th.
June 25th and 26th in Atlantic City. So watch what I'm going to do, right? Because, dudes, it was for Car Magazine. And, the cars, he was interviewing me about my album, though, because he heard it. And he's like, this is good riding music on the album. So I'm like, yeah, and I'm all confident. I'm talking about, yeah, this and that and thus and so. And he asked me about the car, and I feel myself slivering under my own dashboard. I can talk to you all about it all day and feel confident, but now I'm talking to a Car Magazine? So I'm like, what the hell? But I got this whole plan where I'm going to trick out the aviator for 24 hours. I'm getting rims. I'm getting 24s, and I'm driving like 3 miles an hour down the turnpike. That's right. 3 miles an hour. I'm driving down the turnpike so I don't get any dents so I can return them the next day. I'm going to get 24-inch shoes on it. I'm going to get a little temporary look of a system. Do you know what the look of a system means?
What's that mean?
That means when I open up my back hatch, you see the crazy speaker work.
Ooh.
See what I'm saying? But then I'm going to play like I have an earache and I can't, nah, dog. I can't blast, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to get the crazy speaker look in the back and everything.
Like Pimp My Ride.
Yeah, like Pimp My Ride, but just temporarily.
I love your hair today, too, by the way. Don't you love her hair, girls?
Yes, I love it.
I like when the church says down. I like that.
Damn.
Yeah, ask them again.
Girls, don't you love Wendy's hair today?
Down.
Yes, very D. Snyder.
Excuse damn me.
Oh.
Excuse me.
That's what the system was. We're not going to take it.
Kill your ass.
No.
I will kill your ass.
I'm sorry.
It is kind of D, isn't it?
But no, that's hot, though. I like D. Snyder, though.
No.
How you doing, dude?
This is the kind of hair that sets Art off into dreaming. Art came to work one day. He said, I had a dream last night that me, you, and Howard Stern were all in the same bed. And everybody's toes were hanging off the edge.
You remember that?
Yes, I remember the dream. I said, here he comes with his toe as a toe, which he totally knows that's inappropriate. I don't want to be talked to that way. And so here he comes. He said, no. He said, I was taking notes and counseling you all on your particular tics and disorders.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, you got. And this is the hair that's reminiscent of that.
Yeah. But it's nice, though. I like it, though. I like it.
I'm going to the comedy club tonight. That's why. I wanted to give him something different. I'm giving you some different flavor tonight at the Laugh Factory. You know what? Shout out to Marcus Houston. I have yet to see the video. Has the video come up naked? Now, I know he's probably popping his hip bones and all like that in the video. You know, Marcus can put it down. I saw a really good picture of Ciara in the new, oh gosh, one of the women's, either Elle or Allure. A really good picture of her inside. Just pretty. I know Bow Wow is eating that up. I know he's loving being with her. Even though it doesn't seem like a real relationship to me. Exactly. It doesn't just seem, and it almost seems like, well, who's posing for who? Because he is constantly in talks for his own comedy show. And I think Bow Wow would be perfect for that, by the way. I do. And she doesn't need this just in from Art. Justin Timberlake was supposed to do it, but he turned it down, so Destiny's Child picked it up. This is talking about that party that...
Yeah, somebody emailed me and gave me the correction.
Oh, see? Justin knows better.
Yeah.
Did they agree that it lowers the...
Yeah.
Make that a website question.
Okay. Write that down.
But put something towish on there too.
Okay.
Always leave something towish and then something normal.
All right.
The website is thewendywilliamsexperience.com, everybody. I gotta go. I love you for listening today. Shout out to Carrie Kelly. Carrie, thank you so much for coming in and telling your story. For what it's worth, I love a good story, and I appreciate you coming in through the fire, because you certainly are getting fired up on the fax machines by the majority of people who can't see beyond the beautiful music and look to you for a money-grubbing hater like that. But Carrie will be back when his CD comes out. He'll be ready with the 16 bars and the whole. He choked on the freestyle, but that's a whole nother thing for a whole nother day. I love you all for listening, though. I gotta go, and I don't mean go to watch American Idol. I'll leave that to you, and then tell me who won tomorrow.
Good to have you back.
It's nice to be here. Gotta go. Bye.
Peace party, people. See you later.
Good night.
Program complete.
I gotta go, but where I'm going is just to the bathroom. And then I'm coming back and I'm answering telephone calls. And then the bonus hour will begin promptly in exactly 9.5 minutes. So the phone number is 866-GET-WENDY. And the phones are open. And it's the Wendy. Oh, give me 2 minutes before you start expecting somebody to pick up the phone, okay? Let me just run to the bathroom and then come back. I won't wash my hands, so maybe a minute and a half, okay? Just so I can rush back to you. Okay, good. So in my car right now. Warrior. Woo! It's Black Rob. Shout out to Black Rob. Shout out to Harv Pierre. That's an exclusive off the Yours Truly compilation CD. Yes. Very nice. Oh, I have to say WBLS New York. Oh.
Since you've been listening this far, we're going to throw in a little bonus hour. You ready?
How long is this bonus hour gonna last? I'm getting addicted.
No, let me tell you, I love this extra hour.
Everything is organic here on the bonus hour.
Yeah, baby. Hey, yo, check this out. It's Wendy, man.
Here it is.
It's the bonus hour on the Wendy Williams Experience.
107.5 WBLS.
You wanna be a warrior? I know exactly where I was when I heard the final product, too. I was in my garage. And it was like 10 o'clock in the morning. And it was a little gift in my CD changer from my executive producer. And I hadn't even pulled the car out of the garage. And instead, what I did was I kept the doors open and the windows open in my Aviator. And turned it up real loud, real black in the garage on Wisteria Lane, you know? And danced in the garage. I was like, ooh, it's the heat rock. Ooh, where are my babes? Ooh. You wanna be a warrior? Thank you, Harv Pierre. Thank you, Black Rob. He's the only artist on the whole CD that, shouts out and says, what's up, Wendy? Good looking. Because I didn't want it to be that kind of CD. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, go in there and do what you feel. It's not about me. It's about you, the artist. But Black Rob at the end, when a rapper gets in his feel at the end, he shouts out to all his, buddies and stuff. He shouts out to me.
But you're helping bring them back, though.
Yeah, but that song right there, that's the heat rock. Okay. Between me and you, I would have been selfish. I would have saved that for my next CD. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Black Rob, you might have to come back to me for a clearance to use it on your CD.
Wow.
And maybe I'll let you do it. I'm just joking, Blackie. Hey, everybody. What's really going on? I was listening to the Best Of shows right along with you. Calling and criticizing. Why'd you use that break? Why didn't you do that one better? Where's Art? In L.A.? What? Who's running the ship? Trevor, when you read the spots, why don't you say at home of the Wendy Williams Experience? Oh, yeah. I was a mess. Wow. And I had a throat infection, and I had the pink eye. Then my little scoodle boodle, he got a little cold from mommy. Then he's got cleared up. Mine lingered on. Never watched so much TV in my life. I hate it. I felt like throwing it out the window. I had the runs, everything. I'm back. Glad to be here with you guys. So, don't get your hopes up about Dave Chappelle coming back right now. But I believe there's going to be a comeback at some point on Comedy Central. I just don't know exactly when. Just a little update. He was spotted in Ohio. So at least he's back in the United States. No, all he's got to do is come a few states over to New York and then get in the studio and make the show happen. I said I was working towards being better. Hello?
Yeah, hi, Wendy.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing well.
It's good to see you back today. I was wondering what was wrong with you.
Well, you know, my immune system has apparently been compromised.
Yeah, oh well, you're almost done with that anyway, so you'll be back to normal.
Exactly.
Listen, I was asking, I overheard you talking about the ear doctor or whatever.
Yes.
And I've been doing research on that, trying to get that done for a while, but I haven't felt comfortable with anybody. And I heard you mentioning that you're going to go to the doctor tomorrow, but I didn't get the doctor's name.
Okay.
Or I don't know if you gave the number.
Okay, I didn't do any research for this particular thing. Mm-hmm. Being a person who's done, major plastic surgery, this is like a minor in-office visit. And the person that I'm using happens to be an advertising family member here on WBLS.
Oh, okay.
Not my family member, but I mean part of the advertising family. His name is Dr. Michael Jones.
Okay.
I also happen to have seen his commercials during morning time TV because I'm not at work in the mornings.
Right.
Now, he's a black gentleman.
Okay.
And you can call directory assistance in Manhattan. Now, one thing that I did not ask, but I'll find out tomorrow, how much does this procedure cost?
Exactly. It's been ranging like $600 to $1,100 for my research.
Okay, that's doable.
And that's both ears.
Okay, and I only need one ear.
Okay.
It's just that key from the Janet Jackson era.
No, I know. Mine is a long story. It's actually both, but I want to be able to start wearing, normal earrings again. I find myself always having to wear posts.
And then not only that, but do you ever look at your ear and see that it's dragging down so low that you could see the post through your ear hole?
Yes.
Girl, between me and you, I've resorted to putting a bit of crazy glue on my earring back. To hold it up.
Keep it there. Yeah, no, that's crazy. But I'm gonna get it done. I've just been waiting for the right person.
Yeah.
I was gonna go. I got my nose done with Al meniscus.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Did he do a good job?
Oh my God, wonderful. No one even knows. Even people from high school don't. You can't really tell.
Now, see, everybody, she's talking about my plastic surgeon in Philadelphia, Dr. Meniscus. And I was thinking of going to Philly, to get this procedure done.
Expensive.
But
he's charging a lot, honestly, because I checked with him. He's charging a lot.
But you want to know what, though?
He does good service. He does good service.
He does great service, but it's such a simple procedure. Why go all the way to Philly for it when I could? It's almost like Botox.
And I'm in the same position as you are, because when you were in Philly, I lived in Morristown.
Okay.
Now I live in Teaneck, and you're in New York. So it's like I'm kind of following you because Well, tomorrow I'll file my report. I'll tell you what I learned from the doctor's office, from how long it takes to whether he ices your ear or shoots you up with a numbing, or do you have to go in for full-blown surgery? Because not for nothing, if this requires full-blown surgery, then I'll wait for a few things to go wrong with my body and just get them all fixed at one time. It should be same day. For my research, it's same-day surgery.
Yeah, well, my appointment is early enough tomorrow that if I decide that I like him enough and he wants to do it tomorrow, I'll get it done before the show.
There you go. And then just let us know how it goes, because I would be very interested in doing so.
I will. It's Dr. Michael Jones.
Okay, thank you, honey. Take care. I love the show.
Thanks. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello. Hello.
Hey, Wendy. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm all right.
Good.
I got two comments.
Go ahead.
I do believe because I'm a man, and, the Kelly situation, I think we put his music too much people on the pedestal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And second comment is, did you see the Tom Cruise interview? with Oprah?
No, I didn't, but I heard all about it. He professed his love or his new relationship for
Do
this
you
girl.
think he's gay, or maybe he's hiding something else other than...
Tom Cruise's sexuality has been the openest closed secret in Hollywood for the longest.
Or you think he's doing this for his movie? Like, he has War of the Worlds coming out.
I totally believe he's doing it for his movies, also because he's a man of a certain age. And even though he's divorced and he does have a marriage under his belt,
How you doing?
he can't be single for too long. Otherwise, everybody else
Why
might
did you
catch
get
on.
weak-minded girls? Like, Penelope and Nicole, all these girls like Katie Holmes, they're weak-minded.
Well,
like they don't eat. They said Katie Holmes was like caught in a car headlight.
Yeah, well,
and she was pulling him and forcing it. It's fake. It's like forced.
Yeah, well, she's easy to manipulate, Katie Holmes. I mean, because he's doing wonders for her career, too. She's on every Look Who's Wearing page in every magazine. I've never seen so much of her as I'm seeing now since she's been dating him. I mean, if I were her, I would ride it till the wheels fall off.
I heard what you said about Brooke Shields, too.
What did he say about Brooke?
That she shouldn't be taking Paxil for her postpartum depression.
What should she be, a Scientologist?
He's a Scientologist, and he doesn't believe in that. So he's pushing his belief on other stars. Like George Clooney, he doesn't believe in God, and he outed.
Well, you know what? Perhaps that had something to do with his divorce from Nicole Kidman, because she's not a Scientologist.
Oh, so he only dates, but Katie Holmes not.
Well, she's easily to mold in that direction.
The way he pushes these opinions on people, like him and not screaming at birth during pregnancy, the females, is just, I think it's like a sexist way or something like that.
Well, I'm surprised you were so into Oprah.
No, I wanted to see the interview. I saw him jumping on the couch and, Jimmy Kimmel was making fun of us. I got to see his interview.
Wow. Well, look, thanks for calling.
All right, thank you too, Wendy.
Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
You too.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, Wendy. This is Wendy?
Yes, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine. How you doing?
Good.
I have a situation. I'm currently engaged, and today I received a letter from an old guy I used to talk to, saying how he missed me and he loves me, but like I said, I'm currently engaged. I don't want to be deceitful. I don't want to lie to him, the guy that I'm with now. It's been a year I've been with him, and I want to be totally honest. Should I tell him about the letter or just keep it to myself?
Okay, you've only been with your fiancé for a year?
Yeah.
At what point in the 12 months did he ask you to marry him?
Actually,
oh boy.
About
here we go.
A few months ago, like 4 months ago.
Okay, and you asked him to marry you?
Yeah.
So then this is not him wanting to marry you. This is you asking him.
Well, actually, it was kind of a crazy thing. We had both went out and got rings, and he proposed. And,
How old are you?
Yeah, I'm 24.
You're not ready to get married. When the right guy comes along, he'll claim you, and you'll say yes.
I did say yes, but...
No, he said yes because you asked him.
Yeah.
And you're 24 and you've only known this guy for a year. If I were you, I would... Do you care about seeing what's up with your ex?
No, I don't have his number. I don't have anything.
If you had his number, would you call him?
No.
Okay, so then rip up the letter.
Okay.
Don't say anything to your fiance, and deal with the relationship that you have.
Okay.
That sounds a little wobbly because you've only known him at 24. You only knew him for like 6 or 8 months before he asked you?
Yes.
Or you asked him?
Yes.
So what date are you getting married?
About next year.
About. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And has he given you an engagement ring?
Yes, I have one on.
How'd you do? What does it look like?
It's a few carats, a little wet, like a little band.
Yeah.
It's pretty. I love it.
Nice. Well, I wish you well. If I were you, I would set the date and move forward and ignore. Anytime you see any letters coming from that address, I would rip them up.
Thank you, Wendy.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Or put return to sender or something like that. Have we gotten the Marcus Houston naked video yet?
His website is not coming up on here.
Marcus, what is going on with your website? I want to see you naked. Because BET, they play so many wild videos that I'm trying to figure out what about your video makes it all of a sudden,
It's the uncut version.
So then I can wake up during the Gangsta Hour and see it on BET. Along with those nondescript down south rappers. Do you ever watch BET during the Gangsta Hour? If it's not a televangelist, then it's a bunch of rappers that nobody ever heard of. Anyway, Adrian Lloyd is responding to our website poll, which, when you go on to thewendywilliamsexperience.com, you'll see that there's a poll that we take, and then I like to give the answer or the response over the radio. I love polls. So our poll question was, is a mouth really a mouth? Art loads everything onto the website. And the response, we had about 3,000 people that responded. This was like in a 24-hour period, 48 hours, something like that?
Yes.
And the response was 400 and change said, no, a mouth is not a mouth. And 2,000 and change said, yeah, a mouth is just a mouth. And Adrian Lloyd, hold on, I'm going to explain if you don't know what I'm talking about, says, Wendy, I responded on the website, and no, a mouth is not a mouth, and a toe is not a toe either. It's not.
It is.
No, it's not. I'm sorry.
If your mouth is closed, you cannot tell a female mouth and a male mouth.
Yeah, but when you ask a question like that on the website, you've got to get a little bit more descript when I give you the question that I want. For instance, a mouth is a mouth if you don't have to do anything. I'm a woman. I'm not trying to hear it, see it, look at it, deal with it. Because I know what that cat trap is. We deal with it every day. God bless men and lesbians. Because it couldn't be me. However, just laying back and receiving something, then a mouth is just a mouth. But is that how you're asking the question? Because my answer is no, a mouth is not just a mouth. Because I'm thinking, not only do I receive, but I have to give. In which case, ill. With the two L's.
Okay, with somebody else's mouth then. Is that better? If somebody else's mouth is just a mouth.
Oh, yeah, a mouth is a mouth.
Yeah.
And a toe is a toe and a booty is a booty.
No, it's not.
That you don't have to give back. You just have to lay back.
No. Mouth is not a mouth.
Girls.
And a toe is not a toe either.
Is a mouth just a mouth, Taryn? No. Star? You got a mohawk. Yes, it is.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
In a sense, yes.
Yes, a mouth is a mouth.
Yeah.
To give and receive, right?
Yes.
How you doing? Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean...
the mohawk and the Gems t-shirt gives it all away.
Yeah,
Freak.
I mean, I'm talking about from a woman's
She done left Michigan and lost her mind.
I'm still a good girl.
No, you aren't.
My dad can't hear it back in Saginaw.
Well, we're on in Flint, Michigan. Is that near Saginaw?
Yes, it is actually.
Mm-hmm.
But
that mohawk says it all.
Yeah, he hasn't seen it yet.
Yeah, well,
I'm going home next week.
You know what that mohawk says?
What does it say?
I'm gay. I'm a homo. I like girls.
But I definitely don't. I'm strictly dickly.
You just said a mouth is just a mouth, so therefore.
I meant for an art.
Kristen, I know you don't believe a mouth is just a mouth. What?
Wow.
What? Come over here, little snowflake. Come over here, snowflake. Kristen?
Maybe she didn't understand the question.
No, she understands the question. She goes to college. What school do you go to?
Marist College.
Oh, she
where it's going down over there, right?
Yeah.
It's Jerry from Facts of Life.
No, she doesn't look like Jerry.
Oh, joking.
Have you ever,
No, but...
You would?
No, but I have friends close that did.
Whose headphones are too loud? And why is she talking so closed mouth? Is your tongue pierced?
No.
Okay.
That's what they all say. I got a friend.
If your eyes were closed and somebody was going down on you,
now, all right, too descript.
Well, that's what this question is.
I feel like it's a waste of time to call Marcina over here. I know she doesn't think a mouth is just a mouth. You ever notice that Marcina's perch in the room is separate from the other freaks?
Yeah.
Marcina stays right here. She doesn't even hang out over there with you all. Mm-hmm.
Taryn didn't answer.
I did answer.
Oh, you did?
You know she thinks a mouth is just a mouth. Freak. Was today your first day at WFAN?
No, I didn't even start yet.
Well, where are you interviewing? What's up with the high heels and the slacks?
I went to a temp agency today.
Oh, okay. Very nice outfit. So here's a quote from Oprah, you guys. I'm just every woman, but wearing better shoes. You know, I love that she's just wealthy and she just puts it out there in such a cute, comical Oprah way. She has a way. Dear Wendy, I don't know where to start. What is wrong with me? I'm 35 years old. I have 2 children. I've been married for 8 years. The problem is my husband and I were separated for 2 years because of his infidelity. During our separation, I just thought I would die, Wendy. My husband was seeing this one particular woman openly. The thought of him smashing her turned my stomach. To make a long story short, we finally got back together and our sex life was the worst just because I couldn't get that bitch out of my head. Finally, our sex life improved. Anything goes in our bedroom and anywhere else for that matter. And why is that? I started imagining him banging her from behind. Wendy, I now explode. Is this normal or am I sick? No, you're normal. You're a normal woman who's been married for 8 years trying to fight for what you got, including your 2 kids. No. Did you hear about this young woman? First of all, an overwhelming amount of people have been hit in hit-and-run incidences. Grown people, little kids. Shout out to the family of the 2-year-old boy. Shout out to the family of the unidentified, maybe he's been identified by now, the New Yorker hit on 5th Avenue overnight. Shout out to all of these families. What are people doing out there hitting and running? And you all use your camera phone for every damn thing else except for good. You're supposed to be flicking it up. The little boy and his mother. I saw that on the news yesterday. I just, my heart broke for them. How are people driving? And why is it that nobody's looking? I guess that's the callousness of this city that we all love, New York. If this happened in Saginaw, Michigan, the whole town would be involved. Hasn't it been, I swear, since the last time you and I got together live radio, last time I talked to you was last Wednesday. By the way, I apologize for not telling you I wasn't going to go to the Laugh Factory last Wednesday. No lie, I go over to the Laugh Factory last Wednesday, and I idle my aviator outside, and then I say, you know what? I got to go home. And I left. Tonight, I'm not playing. Tonight, I'm going.
You were in no shape to go last week, though.
Well, you know, according to the hacking that I'm doing 1 week later, perhaps I'm in no shape now. But I'm going to take the bull by the horns tonight. I'm having 2 belts of Hennessy.
What happens to the white wine?
Forget that.
Oh. I thought you couldn't drink on a detox.
No, you can't drink on detox.
Ooh.
But I am sick. And I'm spreading germs. And I got a 4-year-old. And I'm tired of walking around with Lysol all around my house. This is all you hear. Mommy can't kiss you, and I haven't kissed my son on the lips in ages. And the one time I do, thinking that I'm getting over it, I get him sick. So my stay home was a combination of taking care of him, taking care of me. He's better. He's back in school, happy dancing.
So you're drinking your troubles away with Hennessy tonight?
I'll be there drinking with you, too.
No, I'm going to take 2 strong belts. I'm going to let it burn the hairs off my chest.
And clear it out.
And I'm going to the club early, too. I'm getting there like 7:15. As soon as I close this mic, I'm going right downstairs. I'm getting right in the car and going right over to the club. So by the time you get there to the club tonight, and I go on stage by 9 o'clock, I'll be at least 2 belts in.
Don't drink no more than 2.
Of Hennessy? Hell no. I'll be 2 belts of Hennessy and maybe a glass of white wine and some water.
She added the white wine.
Yeah. By the time you all get to the club tonight, you'll be seeing me with water in front of me because, you know, doors open up at 8 o'clock. The Hennessy will be gone by then. The show starts at 9. So before the announcer announces me, you know, he gives me a build-up does a whole, New York Times and, the radio and, the album and stuff. He gives me a real nice build-up. So while he's doing that, everybody's looking over at me, I guess, to see my reaction, at which time they're also looking to see what I'm twerking with, right here on the table. And what you'll see is a bottle of Poland Springs. But what I'm telling you is what I'm telling you. And that's that. And I know Jimmy Hester's my guru is listening right now. Jimmy, oh well. I need medicine. Ooh. Don't take this. Don't take that. Don't do this. Don't do that. I haven't had protein in a week and a half. And while I'm down 7 pounds and I feel like I look fabulous, what's the point in looking right if I'm feeling like crap? Hey. So I'm sorry. I could have just gone in the bathroom and just had my drinks. But somebody might smell something on my breath or whatever. I hate lying to the listeners. I hate lying to you all. Art's got a friend who needs help. And you actually put this story out here for me to read.
Yeah. I was shocked when I read it.
Do we tell the audience how friendly you were with her, or do they read between the lines?
No, you can tell them.
Okay.
This is nothing I'm ashamed of.
You all, when the experience touched down in New York for the second time, this is after you left me for dead in Philly, and I packed up my bags, came back to New York, brought old Artie boy from the intern bullpen, made him the producer. When he got back to New York with me, I wasn't taking care of him. I mean, past, seeing that he gets paid and stuff. He was living in this little flop house up in Harlem. He was paying $50 to live with a lady named Miss Rita. And he lied to her and said he was a student because, this is rock and roll, and she would just assume the worst.
And that I was getting a whole lot, to pay her more money to pay her more money,
What?
She would have wanted a lot more money,
yeah.
too.
Yeah, knowing that that you're a producer, not a college student.
Right.
And even I'd call Miss Rita's phone, and she'd pick up the phone every 2 seconds. She wouldn't even say anything, just interrupting our conversation. We're talking about the show, working out the schematics. I'm fresh from being dead on the turnpike. I'm trying to make the best show possible. Who do I collabo with? Because the radio station did not hire, or give me a budget to hire a full staff of people. Now we got 17 people working for the show. But how many years have I been back? 4 years. We got a 17 people staff. Thanks. But in the beginning, it wasn't like this. It was me and old Artie boy. And barely Art. He couldn't even afford to have an apartment. Today, he's luxuriating with his 2-bedroom apartment and a Lexus. What do you have?
SC430.
SC430 with a convertible. But he understood the grind that we'd have to do before we could really, see anything. If, God willing, we could see anything. So he takes this broom at this mean old woman's house. So, of course, when you're staying at a mean old woman's house, where you can't have any guests, like nothing. It was like a flop house, literally. He tries to stay out as much as possible. Plus, he's a Philly boy, brand new to New York, and guess running up in any toe that's a toe. Oh. And one of his lady friends, and his characteristic of or one of the things that was necessary at that time was that a woman had to live by herself so that he didn't have to stay at Miss Rita's every damn night. You know what I mean? And God forbid she smelled the chief.
Yeah. Oh.
That was big, right?
Very big, yeah.
So lo and behold, Artie meets this nice woman named Davina Daniels. And Davina owns a business kind of like Spencer's Gifts. When he said Spencer's Gifts to me, I said, I knew exactly what he's talking about. If you're old school, you know what I'm talking about when I say Spencer's Gifts. Do they still have those stores at malls?
Some malls, every now and then you can see a mall and they might have one, but not as much as it was before.
Okay. This one was like Spencer's Gifts. Hold on, Trev. This is worth it. I'm building up my dramatic effect.
I know I was trying to get to a cliffhanger.
Oh, now you're thinking. The rest of the story next.
Company.
Hi, everybody. It's the Biz Monkey. You're checking out the bonus hour of
Wicked Wendy, Wicked Williams. If you're wondering who took over the morning show on my Los Angeles radio station, the only reason why I wonder whether maybe you're wondering is because Steve Harvey was originally doing it, very high-profile gentleman. John Sally apparently was doing some filling in on my LA station. It's KKBT 100.3 The Beat. Well, Harvey's last day was on Friday, and you know, I'm not there. I'm not part of the station politics and stuff, so I did not know who was going to be taking over it. I just knew that it won't be me, because they wanted me to be out there and do the show and then syndicate back into New York. Like, you know.
Good weather, but yeah.
Young and pretty New York City girl, 35, 45, hello, baby. I mean, you know, it is what it is. Oh, it's Ananda Lewis and John Sally, by the way. They call themselves the Block Party, and this week is their first week, and so we'll see how that goes out there. So Ananda's got 2 jobs now, which is a good look. I know she was trying to do the morning show here at one point. Wasn't she trying to poach on Dee Dee's job when Doug was doing it? Yep. Can we talk about that now?
I don't know.
Okay, well, Ananda was trying to poach on Miss Dee Dee's job. All right, let me move on. Mariah Carey uncut on E! tonight. Monica said it's at 10 o'clock. And Michelle says, Wendy, I don't know how bad your ear situation is, but you probably don't need restoration surgery. At the store, they sell this thing called an ear bra. And it helps your ear stop sagging down when you wear earrings. And it goes between the earring back and the back. I just want a stitch. I've examined it several times. I could read the Encyclopedia Britannica when I stretch my hole, from one side to the other. And one stitch would do me lovely. I want a permanent fixture, not a quick fix. So anyway, her name is the lovely Davina Daniels. And Arthur was getting busy.
I was lonely.
He was lonely. He was living with Miss Rita, a.k.a. Miss Jane Pittman. She was bitter. All her kids are out there slanging. And so she really had a bad attitude on life and took it out on poor Arthur. And there were times when we first got here that I was like, ugh, what did I put him through? You know what I'm saying? But then I'm like, wait a minute, he's a man. Man up. Yes. Like A. Marie and Nas say on the forthcoming CD.
Wendy Williams brings the heat, volume 1.
There's an S at the end of Williams.
Wendy Williams brings the heat, volume 1.
Let's get back to your situation.
Oh.
And now I find this just in. Hit the typewriter.
Okay.
Hundreds of people are responding to pleas from the family of Davina Daniels. The 32-year-old single mom from Springfield Gardens, Queens, is dying from sickle cell anemia and is in desperate need of life-saving blood transfusion. Doctors at Long Island Jewish Medical Center say Daniels has an extremely rare blood type called ARH negative with a special U antigen. African-American blood donors are urged to come forward. Potential donors can now call the New York Blood Center at 1-800-933-BLOOD or visit their website. In the meantime, Art went over to donate blood today, and they told you that you didn't have the blood type.
Yeah, they rejected me.
How did you find out about this story?
I mean, just coming through the papers and stuff, doing your show.
And you recognize the name. Are you sure this is the right person?
That's the thing, because when I was dating her, she told me she had that.
Sickle cell?
Yeah, she told me that, yeah.
She's dying from it.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad at that point, but yeah, it shocked me.
Wow. We're going to move on now before something inappropriate happens from the producer's corner.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Jerry Hall, everybody, is looking for a new man. Yeah, I'm talking about the one who used to be with Mick Jagger. Apparently, there's some sort of reality show. And in each episode, she's going to help narrow down the field. She's 48. And she's jet-setting all around the world. She's going to choose one of 15 eligible young men, all hoping to win a 6-figure allowance while living in the lap of luxury with her for a year. Is that almost as desperate and cheapening of the brand as Beyonce performing at the bar mitzvah?
What brand is she tarnishing? The Jagger brand?
Look, I know it can only go down from there, but the thing is that there's something about this particular reality show, because it's not they win $100,000 in a date. They are living with her and in her space for a year. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Is your life that? Are you that much in search of the damn spotlight? Nevertheless, I'll be watching. Puffy's going back to fight the... Don't show me any 2-minute sign.
We got 10 minutes of spot.
They load too many spots on the show.
Yeah, but then Mr. Harper's going to come flipping on me.
They oversell them.
They oversell the show. Put some commercials someplace else, too.
How you doing?
Hi, Vaughnie. Excuse me, where do I go with my last 2 minutes? I was going to talk to you about Puffy, but, you know... We don't need to, I mean, they'll all, exactly. We don't need to go over the Bobby Brown entourage stabation at Justin's in Atlanta. Apparently, I've been so out of the loop that people knew about that story already. They gave me a pass because they know I've been down. I wanted to help this man, if you don't mind. Dear Wendy, I faxed yesterday, but I realized that you weren't working, so I'm faxing for your advice. My name is Mr. James. I'm 48 years old, and I'm faxing you about my 16-year-old daughter. She's an alcoholic. I explained how I'm the only one... Oh, in the letter I sent you yesterday, I explained how I'm the only one raising her because her mother left us when she was 9 years old, and my wife died last April. My daughter's mother is also an alcoholic, and I believe my daughter picked up on her bad habit. I've tried to talk to her about her drinking and how it affects her health, but nothing gets through to her. Other than the drinking, she's a very good student, makes all A's and B's, but she has a problem, and I need to get her help immediately. My question to you is, how should I approach my daughter about perhaps going to a shrink or rehab? Please help me. I don't know what to do. Throw her in the car and take her to the appointment. That doesn't work anymore for 16-year-olds? No, I know. She's an AB student, but well, first of all, it is the addictive gene, you know, that gets passed on. It's like the suicidal gene gets passed on. I would say have a heart-to-heart talk with her and walk with her through the process. Don't just send her out there. Offer to her that you'll be there every step of the way with her. You know, that's what I would do, and see how that works. Back when I was 16, my parents would just say, "Boo." I'd be like, "I'm in the car. I'm waiting to go." As a matter of fact, catch me drinking what? Oh, the people poll question on the WendyWilliamsExperience.com in case you're interested. And we will give the results tomorrow.
Yes.
During the bonus hour. Is, I have to preface, I guess I'm going to put it out there, but then I'm going to explain why. I was reading an article, and the article, this was a few months ago, and before the website was set up for a people poll, or period. And I was reading this article, and it had to do with a man who was really feeling his girlfriend. But you know how, like, you go out with a guy for a while, or I don't know, maybe you take your new dude home to your parents right away. I don't know. I didn't do stuff like that, you know. I waited until I was in love, and then took him home. You know what I mean? And at that point, what do you have to say? Because whatever you got to say, I'm in love. So now, a guy was taken home by his girlfriend of nearly a year. The parents lived out of state. She had neglected to really go into her whole family dynamics, including her severely retarded, I forgot whether it was a brother or sister. And the article was about this man having to make this big moral choice, and about how, though he loved the girl, he could love and get over it. But he doesn't have any children, and he did not want to risk retardation if by chance they went on and got married, or had a baby and got married. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the people poll question is really a moral one, and that is, would you stay or would you go? Once again, and I hate to turn to the producer's corner for every damn thing, but you give so much of your life behind the scenes that I sometimes get confused about what we've talked about on the radio and what we've talked about in private.
Right.
This one we've only talked about in private, but I'm using you as a personal example.
Okay.
Arthur was faced with the same... Now, as you know, he's the father to young Madison. But Arthur was faced with the same situation years ago and bailed. Well, it was severe retardation, and that is everybody's private choice. On the website, we don't see your face. Answer honestly. Answer honestly. Now, girls, I see you. You were quick to judge Art, but I see all you girls over there in the corner. Elisa Payne is back off maternity. She just had a baby. Looking very svelte. Nicole is still managing to hang around. We're going to see what we can do with Nicole. She's staying. And the intern girls. Now, you can judge Art quickly, but think about it. You've been with your dude for 8 months. He takes you home. He's got a severely retarded sibling. It could run in the family. It could run in the... you don't know. Get tested.
Can't you test for that?
Shut her mic off.
Exactly.
What the hell is she talking about?
Elisa, the new mom.
From a biochemical standpoint.
Oh, gosh, she was a chemist. Can you believe she...
In my former life.
No, you don't talk back there. Talk over here.
From a biochemical standpoint,
Wait, freeze. Before Elisa became the booker of this show, and before she booked for the Queen Latifah talk show, she was a biochemical genius, discovering the cure for the common cold and whatnot. Alas, everybody wants to be a rock star, so here she is.
Something like that.
Okay.
From a biochemical standpoint, I do see where it could be genetic, but I think sometimes it's just mutations that happens. Like it's genetic mutations, not that it's necessary.
You're 8 months into the relationship. Are you willing to take the chance? Don't answer. Get on the website. Because otherwise the fans will start judging you as a hard, cold bitch.
But I just no, I'm not going to answer. I just want to know if Art's situation was 8 months. How, when Art...
Oh, he was 4 months deep.
Yes, okay, well then.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the sex wasn't that good.
Okay. Oh, all that.
Yeah.
Include all of that.
But the article that I was reading, they were 8 months in. And he had to make a moral choice. Oh, God, I have to go. Jeez Louise, I will see you, two fists in the henny, in about 20 minutes over at the Laugh Factory, 42nd Street and 8th Avenue, Times Square, USA. It's the Wendy Williams Comedy Experience. Love you for listening. Bye.
Wendy Williams broadcast day has completed.
Aw, man.
And WBLS music starts next.